this. Your heart is shattered. The sting of a breakup still raw. You stare at your phone, rereading their final message. A cold, curt goodbye that slices deeper with every glance. The silence is deafening. Every song, every empty room, every sleepless night reminds you of them. You've heard the advice, go no contact. Cut them off, disappear, let your absence make them regret walking away. So you try it. You delete their number, avoid their social media, and force yourself to stay silent, believing this is the path to reclaiming your power. But deep down, you're still waiting, checking for a text that never comes, wondering if they're thinking of you, hoping they'll realize what they lost. That's the trap, isn't it? No contact promises strength, but it often leaves you tethered to hope, a prisoner of your own longing. What if there's a strategy so potent, so psychologically unshakable, that it doesn't just make them miss you, it makes them question everything they thought they knew about you? What if, instead of fading into silence, you could rise so powerfully, so untouchably, that their regret becomes irrelevant, because you've already moved beyond them? Welcome to Daily Stoic Quotes, your sanctuary for timeless Stoic wisdom fused with modern insights to master your mind and shape your destiny. Today, we're unveiling Stoic Indifference, a strategy far beyond no contact, a path to transform heartbreak into unyielding strength, rooted in the ancient teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, and sharpened by the subtle truths of human psychology. Let's start with why no contact, for all its allure, often falls short. A 2020 study in the Journal of Social Psychology reveals that silence can spark curiosity, but only when paired with genuine detachment. Too often, no contact is a facade, a game of waiting, not healing. You're not moving on, you're holding your breath, hoping they'll notice your absence and come running back. That's not power, it's surrender. The Stoics understood this. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king who faced betrayal and loss, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Stoic indifference isn't about playing games or seeking revenge. It's about mastering your emotions so completely that their absence, their regret, their very existence becomes irrelevant to your happiness. It's about becoming someone so grounded, so purposeful, that by the time they realize what they lost, you're already living a life they can't touch. This strategy doesn't just shift the dynamics of a breakup. It reshapes your relationships, your self-worth, and your entire trajectory, aligning with the Stoic virtue of self-mastery. To see this in action, consider Kanye West after his 2010 split with Amber Rose. Devastated, Kanye initially leaned on no contact, retreating from the public eye. But in interviews, he admitted the pain lingered, haunting his thoughts. No contact wasn't enough. It kept him trapped in emotional limbo, waiting for closure that never came. Then something shifted. Kanye embraced a Stoic-like transformation, channeling his heartbreak into "My beautiful, dark, twisted fantasy," a masterpiece born from pain but crafted with purpose. He didn't just disappear. He evolved, becoming a creative force so undeniable that his ex's opinions faded into irrelevance. Kanye's story teaches us that true power lies not in silence, but in what you build from it, a lesson Stoic indifference brings to life. Why does this matter? Heartbreak is universal, but it's also a crucible. It can trap you in weakness, replaying what-ifs until you lose yourself, or it can forge you into someone unbreakable, someone who commands respect without chasing it. In a world that tempts us to beg for validation, Stoic indifference offers a radical alternative: freedom. It's about reclaiming your mind, your energy, your purpose, and living so boldly that the past becomes a mere footnote. At Daily Stoic Quotes, We're committed to guiding you through this journey with the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, blended with stories of icons like Kanye West, Adele, and Will Smith, who've turned pain into power. Today's video is a deep dive into Stoic Indifference, unpacking 4 transformative habits to make you untouchable: absolute detachment, pain as fuel, silent domination, and an aura of mystery. Each habit is a step toward a life on your terms, where you don't just survive heartbreak, you transcend it. But this journey requires action, and it starts right now. Knowledge without application is nothing, so I challenge you to commit to your transformation. If you're ready to stop suffering, to stop waiting, and to start winning with Stoic strength, take a moment to hit that like button. It's a declaration that you're here to grow, to master your destiny. Then, drop a comment below with this phrase: I control my destiny. Write it, say it, believe it, because this is where your rebirth begins. If you're new to Daily Stoic Quotes, subscribe and ring the bell to join our community of Stoics seeking resilience and purpose. We're not just a channel. We're a movement to live with virtue and rise above chaos. Stay with us, because what you're about to learn will change how you navigate heartbreak, relationships, and life itself. Let's dive into a story of a man broken by love, and the Stoic path that made him unbreakable, starting right now. The Fall, a man broken by love. Imagine a man standing in the wreckage of his own heart, blindsided by a breakup that tore his world apart. One moment, she was his everything. Late night conversations that stretched until dawn, shared dreams that felt eternal, inside jokes that made the world feel small and safe. The next, she was gone, leaving only a cold, detached goodbye that hit like a blade to the chest. Her words echoed in his mind, each syllable a reminder of what was lost. He stood frozen, staring at his phone, rereading her final message as if she could unravel its meaning. But it didn't. It never does. The days that followed were a torment of absence. Every room felt hollow. Every song carried her ghost. Every silence screamed her name. His bed, once a sanctuary of shared warmth, now felt vast and empty. His phone, once alive with her texts, sat quiet, a cruel mirror of his isolation. He could still hear her laugh, still see the way she used to look at him, like he was the only man in the world. But now, her gaze was that of a stranger, or worse, as if he never existed at all. That was the deepest cut. How effortlessly she moved on, erasing him like a fleeting chapter, while he remained trapped in the ruins of their past. Desperate for relief, he turned to the advice flooding in from friends and forums. Go no contact. Disappear, they said. Make her miss you. So he tried. He deleted her number, blocked her social media, and fought the urge to reach out every time his fingers hovered over the keyboard, aching to send just one more message. He told himself he was being strong, that this was the way to reclaim his dignity, to make her realize what she'd thrown away. But deep down, he was still a prisoner. No contact silenced his voice, but not his mind. Every morning, he checked his phone, hoping for a notification that never came. Every night, he scrolled through old photos, torturing himself with memories of a love that no longer was. He was still waiting, still hoping, still tethered to the idea that she might regret her choice. As Epictetus, the Stoic sage who rose from slavery to wisdom, taught us, there's only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. No contact wasn't freedom. It was a cage of waiting, a half measure that kept him bound to her shadow. To understand this trap, look to Kanye West after his 2010 breakup with Amber Rose. The public saw a confident artist, but behind the scenes, Kanye was unraveling. In interviews, he admitted to sleepless nights, haunted by the pain of her departure. He tried no contact, retreating from her world, but the lingering hope of reconciliation kept him chained. His social media went quiet, his public appearances sparse, yet his heart remained tethered to what was lost. It wasn't until he embraced a Stoic-like shift, channeling his anguish in my beautiful, dark, twisted fantasy, that he began to break free. The album, a raw masterpiece born from heartbreak, wasn't about winning her back. It was about reclaiming himself. Kanye's story reveals the limits of no contact. Silence alone doesn't heal. It merely postpones the pain. A 2020 study in the Journal of Social Psychology confirms this, showing that silence sparks curiosity only when paired with genuine detachment. Without it, no contact is a hollow gesture, a bandage on a wound that festers beneath. No contact kept our man stuck, replaying every moment, questioning his worth, searching for the mistake that drove her away. Was he too much? Not enough. The questions were endless, the answers non-existent. But in the depths of his despair, a spark of realization flickered. True power doesn't come from waiting for her regret. It comes from mastering yourself, from building a life so strong that her absence becomes irrelevant. This is where the journey shifts, where the Stoic path begins to unfold. As we move forward, let's uncover why no contact falls short, and how Stoic indifference offers a way to rise above the pain, forging an iron mind that no heartbreak can shatter. Stay with us, and let's explore the truth that will set you free. The truth about no contact, why it's not enough. No contact is the go-to advice for a broken heart, a strategy that feels like a silent rebellion against the pain of rejection. It's seductive in its simplicity. Cut her off, vanish from her world, and let your absence speak louder than words. You imagine her checking her phone, seeing your silence, and panicking as she realizes what she's lost. You picture the moment she scrolls through your empty social media, her heart sinking with regret. At first, it feels empowering, a way to reclaim control after the chaos of breakup. But here's the brutal truth. No contact often fails because it's not about healing, it's about waiting. Most men don't move on. They pause, holding their breath for a text, a call, a sign that she's changed her mind. A 2020 study in the Journal of Social Psychology reveals that silence can increase curiosity, but only if you're truly detached. If you're still hoping, still checking for her response, you're not free. You're a captive, tethered to a fantasy that keeps you weak. As Seneca, the Stoic philosopher who faced exile and loss, reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. No contact without inner transformation is a tactic, not a triumph. The psychological trap of no contact lies in its emotional dependency. As long as you're waiting for her regret, she holds the reins. Women can sense this. They know when a man's silence is a performance, a desperate bid for attention rather than genuine strength. When she checks in, perhaps with a casual text or a fleeting like, it's not always regret, it's a test. She's probing to see if you're still hers, still affected, still waiting. And if you respond too eagerly, too quickly, you confirm her power. You show that your silence was a facade, and she walks away again, more certain than ever of her choice. This cycle of hope and disappointment is no contact's fatal flaw. It keeps you emotionally bound, diminishing your presence in her eyes and your own. True power, the Stoics teach, lies in controlling what you can, your mind, your reactions, your purpose, not in manipulating someone else's feelings. Consider Robert Downey Jr. in the 1990s, a man whose personal life was a storm of heartbreak and toxic relationships. After breakups and struggles, he tried no contact, distancing himself from those who dragged him down. But the pain lingered, fueling his spiral into addiction and despair. No contact wasn't enough because he was still tethered to external validation, still hoping for redemption from others. His Stoic-like turnaround came when he embraced discipline, focusing on sobriety and his craft. By channeling his energy into Iron Man, Downey didn't just rebuild his career. He rebuilt himself, becoming a symbol of resilience. His story, like our man's, shows that no contact is a starting point, not a solution. It's a spark, but Stoic indifference is the fire, a transformation that makes you untouchable, not just silent. This realization marks a turning point. No contact is a tactic, a half step toward freedom, but Stoic indifference is a way of being. It's about shedding the need for her approval, her regret, her presence, and building a life so powerful that the past fades into insignificance. As we move forward, we'll explore the first habit of Stoic indifference, embracing absolute detachment, a practice that frees your mind and sets the stage for rebirth. Join us, because the path to becoming unbreakable starts with letting go. Drop a comment below with "I release the past" to affirm your commitment. Hit that like button and subscribe to Daily Stoic Quotes to stay with us on this journey to an iron mind. Habit 1. Embrace absolute detachment. The first habit of Stoic indifference is absolute detachment, a radical act of reclaiming your mind from the chains of heartbreak. Detachment doesn't mean ignoring her or pretending she never existed. It means erasing her relevance from your world. It's about shifting your focus from what you've lost to what you can build, from her actions to your purpose. As Epictetus taught us, it's not things that disturb us, but our interpretation of their significance. When you cling to hope, to the idea that her regret will heal your pain, you give her power over your happiness. Absolute detachment severs that tie, freeing you to live for yourself, not for her validation. A 2021 study in Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin shows that emotional detachment reduces stress and increases self-esteem, proving that letting go isn't weakness, it's strength. This habit, rooted in Stoic self-mastery, is the foundation of Stoic indifference. The moment you choose to value your peace over her presence. To see absolute detachment in action, look to Adele after her 2011 divorce. Heartbroken and raw, she could have lingered in the pain, hoping for reconciliation or closure. Instead, she embraced a Stoic-like resolve, channeling her emotions into her album 21. Songs like Rolling in the Deep weren't pleas for her ex's return. They were declarations of her own strength, born from detachment. In interviews, Adele shared how she stopped caring about her ex's feelings, focusing instead on her art and growth. The result? A global masterpiece that resonated with millions, proving that detachment doesn't diminish you, it elevates you. Adele's journey mirrors the Stoic principle of controlling what you can, your mind, your creations, while releasing what you cannot. By letting go, she didn't just move on. She became untouchable, a beacon of resilience whose influence far outshone her past. How can you embrace absolute detachment in your own life? Start with these practical steps, grounded in Stoic wisdom and psychological insight. First, stop checking her social media. No more scrolling through her stories. No more wondering who she's with. Redirect that energy to a goal, like learning a skill or pursuing a passion. Second, journal daily, writing this affirmation: she no longer matters. This practice, inspired by Seneca's call to self-reflection, rewires your mind to prioritize your growth. Third, meditate for 5 minutes each morning, focusing on your breath to release lingering emotions. Picture yourself letting go of her influence like a weight falling away. These steps, practiced consistently, align with Epictetus' teaching that our interpretations shape our reality. Over time, detachment becomes a habit, freeing you from the past and grounding you in a purpose that no one can take away. As we carry the power of detachment forward, we prepare to transform pain into fuel, the next habit of Stoic indifference. But first, let's connect as a community. Have you ever let go of someone's hold on you? Comment below with "I am untouchable" and share a step you'll take to detach. Your story can inspire others. Hit that like button to affirm your Stoic journey, and subscribe to Daily Stoic Quotes with notifications on to stay with us. Let's keep forging a life of resilience, starting with the next habit that turns your pain into power. Habit 2. Transform pain into fuel. Heartbreak is a fire. It can consume you, or it can forge you. The second habit of Stoic indifference is transforming pain into fuel, using your suffering as a catalyst for growth. The Stoics saw adversity as a teacher, a chance to sharpen the mind and soul. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Pain isn't a prison. It's a spark that, when channeled, can propel you toward a stronger, wiser self. A 2021 study in the Journal of Personality found that adversity fuels personal growth when directed toward meaningful goals, confirming what the Stoics knew. Suffering, when embraced, becomes a source of power. This habit is about taking the energy you once poured into regret, into replaying the past, and redirecting it into building a life that commands respect. Not from her, but from yourself. Will Smith's story after his 1990s divorce is a testament to this Stoic principle. When his first marriage crumbled, Smith was at a crossroads, grappling with rejection and self-doubt. He could have wallowed, chasing closure or validation from his ex. Instead, he embraced his pain as fuel, throwing himself into his career with relentless focus. The result? Blockbusters like Independence Day and Men in Black, which redefined him as a global star. In his memoir, Smith reflects on using heartbreak to drive discipline, hitting the gym and honing his craft to silence inner turmoil. His Stoic-like resilience, turning loss into action, shows that pain, when channeled, doesn't break you, it builds you. Smith didn't succeed to prove a point to his ex. He succeeded to become the man he was meant to be, embodying Marcus Aurelius' wisdom that obstacles are opportunities. To transform pain into fuel in your life, adopt these practical steps, rooted in Stoic discipline and psychological clarity. First, channel your emotional energy into physical discipline. Join a gym, start running, or commit to a fitness routine. Each drop of sweat is a step towards self-mastery. Second, set one meaningful goal, whether it's advancing your career, learning a new skill, or pursuing a passion. Write it down and take one action daily toward it. Third, reflect nightly, asking, "How did I grow today?" This practice, inspired by Marcus Aurelius' meditations, turns pain into progress, ensuring every moment of suffering serves your purpose. Imagine redirecting the hours spent overthinking her into building a stronger body, a sharper mind, a bolder life. These steps forge a habit of resilience, making pain your ally, not your enemy. As we carry the strength of this habit forward, we prepare to explore silent domination, the next step in Stoic indifference. But first, let's connect. Have you ever used pain to fuel your growth? Comment below with "Pain makes me stronger" and share a goal you're pursuing. Your story could light the way for others. Hit that like button to affirm your commitment and subscribe to Daily Stoic Quotes to stay with us. Let's keep sculpting a life of purpose, where pain becomes the foundation of your power. Habit 3. Cultivate silent domination. The third habit of Stoic indifference is silent domination, succeeding without fanfare, letting your actions speak louder than words. In a world obsessed with validation, where every achievement is shouted from the rooftops. Choosing quiet success is a radical act of strength. Silent domination unsettles others not because you demand attention, but because you don't need it. As Seneca wisely said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." This habit, rooted in Stoic humility, is about thriving in the shadows, building a life so powerful that your presence alone commands respect. A 2020 study in Journal of Applied Psychology found that understated competence increases perceived authority, as others are drawn to those who achieve without seeking applause. Silent domination is the Stoic art of becoming undeniable through deeds, not declarations. Keanu Reeves embodies this principle with his quiet resilience. After profound personal losses, including the death of his partner in the early 2000s, Keanu could have sought sympathy or attention. Instead, he chose silent domination, pouring his energy into his craft and philanthropy. His understated success in John Wick, a franchise born from disciplined focus, captivated audiences not through flashy self-promotion, but through raw authenticity. Off-screen, Keanu's generosity, like donating millions to charity without fanfare, reflects Stoic humility. In interviews, he rarely speaks of his pain, letting his actions define him. Keanu's story teaches us that true power doesn't need a megaphone. It resonates in the quiet strength of a life well lived, aligning with Seneca's call to dare greatly without seeking praise. To cultivate silent domination, embrace these practical steps grounded in Stoic wisdom and psychological insight. First, avoid social media boasts. Share progress subtly, like a gym photo without a caption, letting results speak for themselves. Second, focus on one achievement each week, whether it's a work win, a personal milestone, or a kind act, and pursue it with quiet determination. Third, journal nightly, writing, "My actions speak for me." This practice, inspired by Seneca's emphasis on deeds over words, reinforces humility and purpose. Imagine walking into a room, your confidence radiating not from what you say, but from what you've done. These steps build a habit of quiet strength, making your success a force that others feel, not hear. As we carry silent domination forward, we prepare to create an aura of mystery, the final habit of Stoic indifference. But first, let's connect as a community. Have you ever achieved something quietly and felt its power? Comment below with "I let my actions speak" and share a quiet win. Your story could inspire our community. Hit that like button to affirm your Stoic growth, and subscribe to Daily Stoic Quotes to stay with us. Let's keep building a life where actions, not words, define your legacy. Habit 4. Create an aura of mystery. The final habit of Stoic indifference is creating an aura of mystery, becoming unpredictable and intriguing through selective presence. Mystery captivates because it withholds clarity, leaving others curious, compelled to wonder who you've become. As Epictetus taught, first say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. This habit is about defining yourself on your terms, revealing just enough to spark intrigue, while keeping your inner world private. A 2020 study in Journal of Nonverbal Behavior found that unpredictability heightens attraction, as people are drawn to what they cannot fully grasp. For the Stoics, mystery aligns with self-mastery, controlling your image, not to manipulate, but to protect your energy and purpose. By becoming a puzzle others can't solve, you amplify your presence, making your indifference not just felt, but unforgettable. Prince, the enigmatic artist behind Purple Rain, mastered this Stoic art. Known for minimal interviews and cryptic social media posts, Prince kept fans and media guessing about his life and intentions. After personal and professional setbacks in the 1980s, he didn't seek validation through public confessions. He crafted an aura of mystery, letting his music and selective appearances speak. His 1984 album Purple Rain shocked the world, not just for its brilliance, but for its timing. A bold return after a quiet period. Prince's stoic-like control over his image, as he shared in rare interviews, was deliberate. He wanted his art, not his personal life, to define him. His story shows that mystery isn't about hiding. It's about choosing what to reveal, ensuring your presence lingers in others' minds. To create an aura of mystery, adopt these practical steps, rooted in Stoic discipline and psychological insight. First, post sparingly on social media, sharing glimpses of growth, like a gym photo or a travel moment, without captions or explanations. Let others wonder. Second, be brief in conversations about your life, offering warmth but few details, preserving your inner world. Third, journal weekly, asking, what makes me intriguing? This practice, inspired by Epictetus' call to define your identity, sharpens your ability to project mystery. Imagine an ex checking your profile, expecting familiarity, only to find a stranger thriving in ways they can't decode. These steps forge a habit of selective presence, making you magnetic without effort. As we conclude this habit, we've built a powerful framework for Stoic indifference, ready to be synthesized in our final reflections. But first, let's connect. Have you ever sparked curiosity by holding back? Comment below with "I am a mystery" and share a mysterious move. Your insight could light the way for others. Hit that like button to affirm your Stoic growth, and subscribe to Daily Stoic Quotes with notifications on. As we move to our conclusion, we'll tie these habits together, offering a Stoic exercise to live with purpose and leave the past behind. Stay with us, and let's complete this journey to an iron mind. We've journeyed far together, from the ashes of heartbreak to the towering heights of Stoic indifference, a strategy that transcends the fleeting silence of no contact and forges you into an unbreakable force. Let's pause to reflect on the 4 habits that form this transformative path, each a pillar of Stoic wisdom and psychological clarity, crafted to help you rise above pain and live with unshakable purpose. First, we embraced absolute detachment, inspired by Adele's Stoic-like resolve in Crafting 21. By releasing her ex's hold, she transformed personal loss into a global anthem, teaching us to erase the past's relevance and reclaim our minds. Then, we turned pain into fuel, guided by Will Smith's relentless drive after his 1990s divorce. His blockbuster successes in Independence Day and Men in Black showed us that heartbreak, when channeled, becomes the spark of greatness. Next, we cultivated silent domination, exemplified by Keanu Reeves' quiet resilience in John Wick and his unspoken philanthropy. His understated strength proved that actions, not words, command respect. Finally, we created an aura of mystery, drawing from Prince's enigmatic Purple Rain era, where selective presence captivated the world, reminding us that intrigue amplifies influence. Together, these habits form Stoic indifference, not a tactic to win back what's lost, but a way of being that frees you from the past, aligning with the Stoic virtue of self-mastery. As Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king who faced countless trials, reminds us, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. These habits are your blueprint to live boldly, to act with purpose, to become a man whose strength speaks louder than any heartbreak. At the heart of Stoic indifference lies a profound truth. You are not defined by your pain, but by how you rise from it. To help you embody this principle, I invite you to adopt a daily Stoic exercise, the Indifference Journal. Each evening, set aside 5 minutes to reflect on your journey, guided by 3 simple questions. First, did I detach from her influence today? Did I resist checking her social media, letting go of her hold on my mind? Second, how did I use pain to grow? Did I channel my energy into a goal, a workout, or a step toward my purpose? Third, was I mysterious or silent in my success? Did I let my actions speak without seeking validation? Write your answers in a journal, letting this practice ground you in Stoic clarity, much like Marcus Aurelius did in his meditations. Then, choose one action to improve tomorrow, perhaps skipping her story to focus on a project, setting a new goal, or sharing a quiet win without fanfare. This exercise, rooted in the Stoic call to master your mind, transforms Stoic indifference from a concept into a way of life. A 2021 study in Journal of Personality supports this, showing that reflective practices enhance resilience and self-awareness, ensuring your daily choices align with wisdom, courage, and purpose. Over time, these small moments of reflection will forge an iron mind, making you untouchable to the chaos of the past. Now, let's turn inward and ask, what does it mean to be the unbreakable man? It's about more than moving on. It's about crafting a life of meaning, where every choice reflects your highest self. You are capable of rising above heartbreak, just as Adele turned pain into art, or Keanu stood firm through loss. These icons didn't just survive, they thrived, leaving legacies that echo far beyond their struggles. You, too, have this power within you. Every step you take, every moment of detachment, every goal fueled by pain, every silent victory, paints a portrait of resilience, a testament to what's possible when you master your mind. At Daily Stoic Quotes, our mission is to guide you on this path, offering the timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus to navigate the noise of the modern world. We're not just a channel, we're a community of Stoics striving to live with virtue, to rise above pain, and to leave a mark that endures. As you stand at this crossroads, I ask you, will you linger in the shadows of heartbreak, or will you step forward with Stoic strength, wielding Stoic indifference to shape your destiny? The path to becoming unbreakable isn't easy. It demands discipline, patience, and the courage to confront your own vulnerabilities. But the reward is a life of clarity, where your presence inspires, your actions resonate, and your past holds no power. Imagine walking through life with the quiet confidence of someone who knows their worth, unshaken by rejection or loss. Imagine the relationships deepened, the opportunities seized, the legacy built, all because you chose to live deliberately. This is the promise of Stoic indifference, and it begins with action. Knowledge is powerless without application. So I challenge you to start today. Choose one habit, perhaps a moment of detachment, a goal fueled by pain, a silent win, or a touch of mystery, and watch how it transforms your world. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, life is fleeting, but your choices are eternal. Every moment is a chance to live with purpose, to embody the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, and justice. Before we part, I have a final call to action to ignite your Stoic journey and strengthen our Daily Stoic Quotes community. Which of these habits resonates most with you? Adele's absolute detachment, Will Smith's pain as fuel, Keanu Reeves' silent domination, or Prince's aura of mystery? Drop a comment below with "I am unstoppable" and share your story. Your experience could light the way for someone else in our community. If this video has sparked a fire within you, hit that like button to affirm your dedication to growth. It's a small act, but a powerful step toward living intentionally. Share this video with someone who needs Stoic wisdom, someone ready to rise above heartbreak and master their mind. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Daily Stoic Quotes and turn on notifications to join us for every video that empowers your journey. We're here to guide you, step by step, toward a life of resilience and purpose. As we close, I want to leave you with a spark of anticipation for what's next. Our upcoming video, 5 Stoic Ways to Conquer Self-Doubt, will arm you with powerful tools to silence inner critics and step boldly into your potential. Don't miss it. Until then, carry these habits with you. Let them shape your days, and let your presence be a testament to your strength. Remember, you don't need to control the past, only your mind. Your detachment, your resilience, your very being can inspire, uplift, and endure. This is Daily Stoic Quotes, and I'll see you in the next video, ready to forge an iron mind together. Keep rising, keep mastering yourself, and keep blessing the world with your stoic strength.